Chapter 26. I haven't gone out on Halloween since my brain got rewired by lightning. I don't think one has anything to do with the other. I've never loved Halloween. It's a lot of effort to get candy, and we always have candy in our apartment. The last time I dressed up, I was 7 and went as a hybrid Disney character. I had Ariel's red hair and Belle's yellow gown. Nana said if I liked both, I didn't have to choose. Wendy, however, loves Halloween, and she's insisting that Levi and I go trick-or-treating in her neighborhood. I try to get out of it with the most logical excuse. I don't have a costume. I tell her. She offers to lend me one of her old outfits. There's Cosette from Les Mis, or Eliza from Hamilton, or Sophie from Mamma Mia. But Nana comes up with something I actually like. "You look great," Nana says when I model for her in our living room. I give her a salute. I'm wearing Uncle Paul's old fatigues, adjusted to my size with safety pins, his dog tags, and a cap. I've also painted my face camouflage. It's the first time I've ever worn makeup. "Did you finish the NCASME application?" she asks. "Yes, but I probably won't get in. I had to leave whole portions of it blank. I have no leadership experience. I've never been part of a team, and the only volunteer work I've done is tutoring math online, which has gone from 30 hours a week to 10, and most of that is spent helping and chatting with Levi 123. "What about all the time you spend with dogs at Pizza Hut?" "That's a required for school. It's an assignment project." "Wouldn't hurt to have included it. You go there every other day," she says. "Now smile. I want to send a picture to Uncle Paul." After taking 4 photos with her cell phone, she drives me to Wendy's. Levi is already there, waiting on the front porch. He's wearing a camera around his neck and a fedora with press on a slip of paper tucked into the ribbon. He takes a picture as I join him. "Can we limit the number of pictures you take of me?" I ask, knowing he can't be stopped. "That's like asking me not to breathe." "No, it's not. It's like asking you not to take my picture." "Sorry," he mumbles and plays with the buttons on the back of the camera. "It's okay," I say, feeling like a jerk. "Let's just keep it to single digits." Cheris lets us in and tells us to wait in the living room. Wendy's not quite ready. "Bet she wants to make a big entrance." Levi takes a seat on the couch. I sit, stand, sit, stand, sit on the chair across from him. Then I wonder if I should have sat next to him. Then I wonder why I'm wondering this. I shake my head to close and clear the thoughts. Miss Sitton has left out a veggie tray on the coffee table. I munch on a carrot stick. I stopped by Pet Hut on my way here. "Jessie had an adoption application yesterday," Levi says. "We only put up her profile last night. We picked Jessie as our 7th dog to feature. She's a bulldog mix with brown, black, and gray swirled coloring, probably close to 10 years old. I estimate her adoption weight would be 22 to 26 days without our help. Unless we consider her swirly coat to be mostly black, then she's an average of 27 to 31 days. She's the kind of dog that's so ugly she's cute. It helps that Levi dressed her in a bonnet for the picture. Even I was tempted to touch her, but that might have made Pi jealous. Strangely, Pi isn't up for adoption yet. He's becoming more of a Pet Hut mascot. He sleeps in the office, and when we come to visit, which has been 3 times in the last week, I keep him company while Wendy and Levi get to know the other dogs. I have taught Pi to sit, lie down, and roll over. He's a very smart dog. I don't ask Claire why he hasn't been moved into a kennel because I don't want him to leave, which is selfish because I know I can't adopt him. Nana's not a dog person, and our lease doesn't allow pets. I actually dug out the document from Nana's file cabinet to double check. No pets allowed. Guess we'll get to pick dog number 8 on Friday. "Maybe we should do 2 dogs, Levi suggests. We could. I help myself to more vegetables. I'd rather have a Snickers or a Twix, but Miss Sitton is handing out scented pencils to trick-or-treaters. Levi, are you ready? Wendy shouts from the top of the stairs. Get your camera. Wendy walks slowly down the 18 steps. She's wearing a white jumpsuit, a white hat, and a mask over her mouth and nose, and orange rubber gloves, like number 6. What are you supposed to be? Levi asks. I'm a shrimp worker. I'm forced to shell shrimp for 18 hours a day for pennies in awful conditions here. She gives Levi and me a postcard that lists all the brands with abusive labor practices. I'm handing these out as we go door to door, she explains, but I still want candy. I'm just taking advantage of the holiday to help the oppressed. This should be fun, Levi says. Wendy's neighborhood is perfect for trick-or-treating. The houses are huge but close together, and most residents are home. I estimate my Walmart bag weighs 1 pound by the time we get to the end of the street. I'm going to have to hide this candy, Wendy says. My mom isn't going to let me keep all 1,000 pieces. 29, I correct her. You've been counting? She asks. I shrug. Wendy stops and looks in the quilted pumpkin bag that has her name stitched on the front. I do have 29 pieces. How many do you have? 30. The last house gave Levi and me an extra. I don't think they appreciated your shrimp postcards. But Levi only has 27 because he keeps eating his Whoppers. What? He crunches his candy. I love Whoppers. It's just weird. You always counting stuff? She stands under the streetlight. Is it part of your OCD? I tap my toe 3 times. Leave her alone. Levi opens another wrapper. I'm not picking on her. Wendy pulls down her mask. You're just really obsessed with numbers. I am, I admit. Wendy's quiet, which sends a little shiver from my toes to my neck. She always is talking, but right now she wants me to tell her more. I could keep walking. She doesn't need to know everything about me, but she's my friend, my best friend, and if I don't tell her now, then when? Is there even a perfect time to reveal that you're a freak? I take a breath and hold it, like I'm about to lift something heavy. I love numbers and I love math. My brain is high functioning when it comes to numbers. Actually, I'm a genius, a math genius. She raises her eyebrows. When I was 8, I was struck by lightning. The electricity destroyed part of this side of my brain. I tapped my left temple, but this side was jolted awake. It's called acquired savant syndrome. Whoa, I had no idea, Levi jokes. Wendy shakes her head. But I get better grades than you do, even in math. I don't want people to know, I shrug. I had a deal with my grandmother that I had to survive 1 year of middle school. I'm already the cleaning lady. I don't need to stick out anymore. A car drives by and blasts its horn. We step into the grass. But, Wendy folds her arms across her chest. But I don't... She stares into the streetlight. But what? I ask. I guess I don't get it, she says. If you're a genius... If I were a genius, I'd want the world to know. Lucy's not you, Levi says. I know that, she snaps at him. Then she turns to me. How much of a genius are you? My cheeks burn. How should I answer? Lucy, what's the circumference of a circle with the radius of 8 yards? Levi asks. 50.265 yards, or 157.796 feet, or 1,809.557 inches. Of course, I'm rounding to the 1,000th place. And the area, Levi asks, 201.062 square yards. I guess you've been doing more than counting stuff, Wendy says. Are you mad that I didn't tell you? I ask Wendy. I'm mad that I didn't notice. I should have noticed, like with the dogs and the averages. She rubs her forehead. You kinda did. I try to make her feel better. Why didn't you tell me before? Her eyes meet mine, and I feel guilty. Or maybe scared, or maybe both. I look away. I don't know. There's no good way to say, I was worried you'd blab to everyone. Give her a break, Levi says, opening another box of candy. She did tell you 2 minutes ago. Lucy's like a nervous teacup chihuahua. She takes a while to trust someone. I know Levi is trying to help, but I don't like being compared to a jittery dog. How long have you known? Wendy asks him. Longer than 2 minutes, but I'm like a golden retriever, very trustworthy. Well, what kind of dog am I? She looks at Levi. A mutt, I answered quickly, and they both stare at me. Aren't mutts the best dogs? Friendly and unique and forgiving? And Pie is a mutt. I guess. Wendy starts walking again. Levi and I follow. I'll be okay, he whispers to me. I hope he's right.